Okay, apologies for the mess, but I wanted to do a tank update, and I have to do a fairly massive water change at the same time. Um, I got really busy with school and with work this week, and I have not had time to do a water change, so my water's looking pretty craptastic right now. So I'm going to go through and vacuum out all the plants and all that good stuff. So a couple of things that I've done since the last video. I added some plants. I tied off all of this Java moss here, and got that guy up there, and got this big guy in the top. He's so very lovely. I just kind of sandwiched in between a rock and the driftwood there. Other things, I added some of these, if I can get them to hold still, these lovely gold tetras. I wanted a schooler and I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to put in there. And I saw these guys at the fish store, and I did some research on them, make sure that they were gonna, be cool in my tank. And they are. They're cool. Bunch of little fonzies. I'm getting along well with everybody. I also found out that I can take those feeder guppies back to the fish store, since they weren't necessarily meant to survive anyway, but they did. Oh, hey, action shot. There's Gary. Of course his name is Gary because I have children, but it was my husband that actually decided to name him Gary, so I can't even blame that one on the kids. He's a cute little nearite snail that I got to help out with some of the little cleanup issues. But anyway, added the plants, tied down some plants, moved some plants. I also started adding Flourish, actual Flourish, the fertilizer instead of just the CO2. And the plants are just exploding. They absolutely are. These guys down here, I don't know if you can see all of the new growth that's on those. And if the water's not too muddled up, you should be able to see this as well. There it is. Yeah, all of that lovely bright green has popped up since I started adding the Flourish. So I'm pretty darn happy with that right now, because you can kind of see from these guys here, they were not doing well. They were not doing okay. So they're looking better. This fluffy stuff in the back that I can never remember the name of, that has a lot of new growth at the base, and it's really green. I don't know, these little, can't really get them. These little ribbony guys, those right there, I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they still don't seem to be real happy, so I don't think the Flourish is doing much for them. But let's see. Yeah, keeping the plants food mess free is kind of a struggle. That stuff is like a Brillo pad. I don't know, it just seems to collect all the crap that's in the water. Almost all of it is going to settle in that crack right there. I don't, whoops, 1 second, I forgot to turn off my filter. Filter. Off you go, filter. Sorry about that. Well, while I'm down here, I'll show you. I got some green shoots coming up all in the bottom of those guys. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Gary. Everybody seems to be doing well. The only thing that I've lost since the last one is a swamp darter, which one of these days I'll be able to show you, but they never come out. The only time that I ever see them out is immediately after I give them food, and that's only if it's like brine shrimp, any kind of frozen food, then he'll come out for. The rest of the time, they just stay hidden. They stay hidden under the driftwood. So, ooh, oh, there's one. You probably can't even see it. Nope, he's gone. Anyway, this shrimpy guy, he filmed the Soylent Green. I got this in today. I've actually been meaning to get some for quite some time. It's Repashy Soylent Green, and I also got some Repashy community food. It's supposed to be good for, oh, there's a swamp darter. See if I can move the camera. Catch him. before he runs away. I gotta go real slow because they know what this camera looks like and they do not. Oh, there he goes. And they do not like it. There's another one under here, but you can't really see them. That's where they hide. Anyway, Repashy. Foods. Yes. Shrimp approves. Shrimp approves highly. The Odos haven't really come near it yet, but the Odos don't really come near anything. So, I'm okay with that. The guppies, I took that little rock in the front there, the little yellowy, orangey one. When I was making the food earlier, I coated that rock with it and put it in, and those guppies went ham. I mean, they swarmed the rock. The food was gone in a matter of minutes. And I felt kind of bad because the Corys and the shrimp didn't really get a chance to get any because the guppies are pigs. So I got another little cube and put it in there for him, and he seems to be very happy with that. The community food is actually up here on this rock, and they've largely been ignoring it. I'm actually really disappointed in my fish because they obviously don't know what's good for them. I put it in and they pretty much haven't touched it since. So I'm gonna leave it in there. I mean, it's supposed to not get your water all icky or anything. So I'm gonna leave it in there and see if they warm up to it. But I decided on a filter. I am going to get an Eheim because German things are always better. I like what I've heard about how reliable they are and how quiet they are, and especially about how little energy they use, because in our house, wattage is a huge concern. Our house was built in 1926 and it has aluminum wiring, and it's just really not very sturdy electrical wise. So the less wattage we can get away with using, the better, and the Eheim is apparently very low wattage. Also going to get this LED light changed out in 2 weeks. I can't wait. 2 weeks I'm going to get my LED so I can axe the fluorescent bulbs, and I can finally put those 2 soda bottles in the back to use, being a CO2 generator. And I'm very excited for all these things, and they will all happen within 2 weeks when I get paid. Because I have a little bit of extra money coming on this next check. So I'm really excited about finally being able to update some things that really need to be updated. Also going to buy one of those magnetic algae scrapers because the algae on the back of my tank is just off the hook. It's everywhere. And yeah, my little Odos just can't seem to keep up with it. That's why we added Gary. But Gary's like, yeah, I can't go that fast. And they're doing a great job of cleaning up other stuff in the tank. They seriously can't get it all. There's not enough of them. Yeah, see these guys? They're pigs. They're all pigs. They see me walk near the tank and they all start swimming around in front, waiting for food. So yeah, pig fish. But yeah, these gold tetras are really lovely. I probably can't zoom in on them for nothing. But they have a beautiful gold, shiny shimmeriness to them. Apparently they will breed readily, but once they breed, when they're if they're born in captivity, they lose the shiny gold sheen. So that's a little disappointing. They're still lovely fish, even without the gold, but I think it said that the gold was a reaction to a parasite where they're normally found. There's husband.
Hi.
Hi. The gold is a reaction to a parasite where they're normally found, so when you breed them in captivity, they lose the gold shine and they turn just kind of white. But I'm okay with that because I think they're pretty. But I think that is it, and my water level is at about 50%. So I'm going to clean up some of this duckweed and call it a day. But I will post an update in a couple of weeks when I get the rest of everything done.